Choose one of the richest days of your life. Start now. Allow that reality to rest in your soul for a minute. Allow those words to penetrate your heart and take root. You didn't come upon this message by chance. You were drawn here by the divine currents of the cosmos, which have seen you strive, stretch, and endure. And now they're taking every ounce of your power, every tear, every quiet prayer, and changing it into unbelievable riches. Before we go any further, please remain with me to the finish of this video. You aren't just viewing a video. You are on track for your breakthrough. Make room in the comments for your enthusiasm to meet this message. Type your heartfelt desires, the ones your soul longs to see come true, and seal them with the numbers 777. A lot of fulfillments are nearing completion, with a forthcoming incentive. When you do this, you are not just typing, you are speaking your future into reality. This is the chapter when your aspirations are fulfilled. This is when the universe takes action on your behalf. Now, choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. And let me make one thing plain right now. Your history does not disqualify you. Your blunders, obstacles, and delays. Nothing was in vain. You've been ready for this. Life did not refuse you. It refined you. You have to discover what resilience really meant. You had to experience rejection before you could identify genuine favor when it appeared. And now it's appearing in full force, in irrefutable ways. Not someday. No. Right now, the energy surrounding you has changed, and your soul can sense it. That inner push, the subtle sensation that something significant is going to occur. That is not your imagination. That is perfect timing. Whispering to you. You have entered a new period in which struggle gives way to excess or scarcity, converts into luxury, and when effort turns into ease. You aren't simply wishing anymore. You are getting. You aren't knocking on doors anymore. The doors are opening wide in your way. The wealthiest days of your life have arrived, and they are more generous than you could have anticipated. You see, the thing about being selected is that your life never exactly fits the mold. You've always taken a distinctive road, borne a distinct weight, and faced exceptional strain. That's because the benefits associated with your name were never average. You were not created to be average. You were not created for just enough. Your soul signed up for overflow. And now the delayed season is being given with interest, with favor and acceleration. The abundance that is entering your life is more than simply cash, although it is undoubtedly part of it. It is deeper. It is fullness. It's peaceful. Where there was uncertainty before, there is now clarity. Divine alignment has replaced disorder. Where there was once opposition, the riches that is flowing into your experience is anchored in purpose. This is wealth that liberates, empowers wealth, and causes generational shifts. Your cup is ready to overflow, not only for you, but also for those close to you. You need to comprehend something really strong. Your name is being whispered in rooms that you have not yet entered. Opportunities are being planned with your essence in mind. The universe has been arranging things behind the scenes, composing a symphony of favor, matching people, places, and times to give your blessing exactly on time. You aren't late. You are not forgotten. You are precisely on schedule. There are times in life when everything changes. Not because you worked harder or pleaded for it, but because the energy changed and your energy was picked. One is now drawn to miracles. You are bringing in what was previously far distant. You are attracting resources, breakthroughs, relationships, and discoveries that align with your purpose. You are no longer striving. You are appealing. You are no longer forcing. You're flowing. This is the period of ease, and you've earned it. Let rid of any notion that says you aren't ready. You're more than ready. The fire you traveled through transformed you into someone capable of accepting what was promised. The happiest days of your life are not simply ahead. They have began. Watch how your life starts to blossom. How to open doors with minimum effort. How others start to regard you differently. Not because your identity has changed. However, the universe is now exposing who you have always been. You have waited. You have worked. You have wept. Most importantly, you believed even when you had doubts. And that conviction has led you to the richest period of your life. This is not just a fresh chapter. This is an entirely new book. You've finished the pages of suffering, struggle, and survival, and now you're writing with gold. Every word, every movement, and every day is becoming an expression of plenty. You are no longer the version of yourself that was just hoping. You are the version that harvests. Do not look back. Do not go back to what shattered you. Don't question the blessing just because it seems unusual. Yes, things are going to feel too fantastic to be true. But that's just because your new normal will seem magical. And it should. You've been in survival mode long enough. It's time to live in excess mode. You've been in prayer mode long enough. It's time to live in answered prayer mode. The transition will seem weird, but believe it. Allow it to enlarge you. Allow it to broaden your imagination about what is possible. Your reality is catching up to your spirit. Dreams that seemed far away are suddenly right at your doorway. They aren't knocking anymore. They are walking in. Allow them to accept them. Embrace them. You have surpassed the season of just enough. You've achieved celestial abundance. This is the time to quit playing small. The cosmos isn't asking you to shrink. It's urging you to stand, to extend or radiate. You do not have to explain your radiance, blessings, or tranquility. The people who are supposed to be with you will rejoice. And those who can't handle it are simply exposing. They were never compatible with your new level. Protect your peace. Respect your progress. And don't apologize for your success. The most prosperous days of your life will need a richer version of yourself, one that trusts more, receives more, and shines brighter. That version is already within you. It is not arriving. It is here. Allow it to lead. Allow it to speak. Let it soar. You've been holding back for too long. You've been questioning your value for too long. Now is the moment to fully participate. Bold, fortunate, and gloriously unstoppable. You'll find that your surroundings begin to mirror your internal transformation. Money moves more readily. People come up to support you. New chances come to you effortlessly. That is not luck. That is alignment. You are living evidence that energy manifests reality. And since you choose to alter your energy, your life has no option but to obey its laws. It is yours. Keep your heart open and your soul ready. The universe is not complete. What you are getting right now is only the beginning. What is ahead is richer than you could have anticipated. It will benefit your soul, increase your delight, and raise all aspects of your life. The days of getting by are past. The best days of your life are here, and they are saturated in favor. Maintain a sense of stability. Stay thankful and ready. The floodgates are open. The favor is pouring, and you, selected one, are going to enjoy richness in all forms. Love, health, tranquility, joy, influence, and yes, financial plenty. Your hands are going to come into contact with something your heart has been carrying for quite some time. Prepare to be astonished. The most prosperous days of your life have started. There's a sense that arrives just before the breakthrough occurs. A hushed, almost eerie stillness. A sudden, slowing down. Quiet in your soul. And you may have felt it recently. Not because things were going wrong, but because they had finally aligned. You've entered that holy interval, the hallowed quiet before the deluge, and everything is going to flood. The chosen one, pay careful attention. You've entered a level that is unlike any other you've seen. It is purposefully unfamiliar. What is ahead of you has no prior reference point. That's why it feels so fresh. Because it is. These benefits have not come from repurposed opportunities. They're handcrafted just for you, hand-stitched with perfect timing, perfectly ready for your arrival. You've accessed a previously locked level for which only you have the key. This is the place where all of your dreams come true. You're not chasing anymore. You're magnetic. You're not striving anymore. You're flowing. The energy around you today is pure, concentrated, and strong. It is the energy of completion, arrival, and divine placing. You are no longer on the road. You have arrived. With that arrival comes a new identity. You are no longer the same person you were before. You're not the one pleading for change, praying for survival, and trying to make it to next month. No, you are the one ordering change. manifesting miracles and walking in harmony. You are no longer lacking. You are carrying on a heritage. The richest days of your life will not just surprise you. They will push you to your limits. They will challenge your understanding of what is feasible, what is accessible, and what you genuinely deserve. They will influence how you think, behave, and talk. You'll discover how narrow your previous ideas were and how restricted your view used to be. It's not your fault that you were surviving before, but you're now flourishing. The frequency you are vibrating at is no longer compatible with the previous cycle. That is why individuals relocate missions in even areas that were previously familiar. I now feel strange. You have outgrown them. Your spirit no longer resonates with strife. It does not see doubt, shortage, or fear as home. You have relocated not physically, but spiritually. You have entered the realm of growth, overflow, and the rhythm of riches. And don't ever apologize for it. Don't flinch when a blessing appears. Don't reduce your light to make people feel comfortable. You spent too much to play tiny. The suffering you went through, the nights you sobbed, the times you wanted to give up but didn't, that was not for nothing. That was your down payment toward the most prosperous chapter of your life. Allow each new update to serve as a reminder of your progress. Allow each open door to remind you of how many times you knocked in the dark. Allow everyone to say yes. Remind yourself of the innumerable no's you had to endure. Because now the answers are different. The reaction is different. The environment surrounding you is different. This is what occurs when you change your frequency. Life has no option but to equal it. Watch how far it is pursuing you right now. Watch how others begin to treat you with greater respect. Keep an eye on how your name is discussed in previously untouchable rooms. That's not a coincidence. That is wonderful. Return. The seeds you nurtured in secret are ready to sprout in public, and no one will be able to deny that something extraordinary is happening in your life. Even your most optimistic aspirations will be surpassed by the riches that await you. What's coming is more than simply better. It is beyond. Beyond logic, beyond probability, and beyond planning. This is the kind of riches that defies logic on paper. Because spirituality comes first. And when it appears physically, it will validate all you've always knew. Deep down, you were never intended to be the ordinary chosen one. Your presence now has significant power. You walk and talk differently. You captivate attention without trying. That is not arrogance. That is alignment. This is what it looks like when someone understands their value. And now that you know you won't accept anything less, you will never settle again since you have experienced the beginning of overflow. And your soul refuses to return to dryness. And that is why the universe is reacting to you so swiftly now. In your divine zone, you are in perfect harmony and concord. What used to take months now just takes seconds. What once seemed unthinkable has become inevitable. You've entered a domain where things flow naturally, and you don't have to regulate every step. You only need to trust the flow, since it knows where you're heading. The richest days of your life do not arrive by force. They come by surrendering, trusting, and being present. You don't need to do anything more. You need to be more. Be available. Be open. Be grounded. Be receptive. The cosmos is already moving. Blessings are already en route. Your sole task now is to accept and align, to make room for the miracle that is already yours. And undoubtedly, some individuals will drift away during this period. Some may doubt the brightness around you. Try dimming it. Try to make you question it. That is their mirror, not your reality. Do not argue. Don't defend. Just ascend. This blessing will speak for itself. Let your fruit be the evidence. Let your tranquility be your strength. Let your elevation serve as your explanation. You made a sacrifice. You followed your soul's whispers, even when things didn't make sense. You chose alignment over approbation, truth over comfort, and progress over convenience. And now the universe is thanking you for every silent yes and calm moment. You chose faith rather than fear. Every day, you awoke and resolved to believe again. So breathe, grin, and relax in the knowledge that the war is finished. The prize is here. The riches is yours. Your days of hope are behind you. These are days of heavenly fulfillment. You are no longer waiting. You are witnessing. You are no longer battling. You are flying. You will realize that ease replaces effort, how clarity overcomes confusion, how strength overcomes reluctance. That is the new you, the version that does not need hustling to be worthwhile. The simplest variant is selected, worthy, aligned, ready. Allow the wealth to stream in. Allow the wonders to emerge. Allow people, opportunity, and resources to show up. Do not flinch. Do not resist. You are ready. You were meant for this. Every move you made led you here. Every tear you cried soaked the soil for this harvest. And now the earth is blossoming. Your table is being prepared. Your cup is running over. You are entering the wealthiest period of your life, and nothing can prevent it. You are no longer the same person. The rest of the world is catching on, not because you declared it, not because you attempted to prove it, but because your energy has altered and cannot be ignored. You walk with a new vibe now. Your presence speaks louder than words without saying anything. You emanate triumph. You carry the smell of breaking through the weight of destiny, as well as the irrefutable aura of someone who made it through the fire and emerged as gold. You are not because someone finally given you permission to shine. Rather, you determined that your light was no longer negotiable. This is the age of unashamed prosperity, not only in your money account, but also in your thinking and soul. In the way you hold your head high and talk with authority. The world has yet to witness the full expression of who you are becoming. But it will happen shortly. You are proof that patience has strength, that silent endurance is not weakness, but preparedness, and that those who continue to show up, even when it hurts, when it's lonely, and when no one is applauding, will one day be surrounded by incontrovertible evidence that it was all worthwhile. Your proof is on its way. In fact, some of it has already arrived. You can feel it. You can sense it. The weight of this new chapter has settled in, and it's lovely. Now is not the time to wonder whether you are worthy. This is not the time to search for affirmation. This is the moment to aggressively claim what is yours, to truly embrace the riches that has already been inscribed with your name on it. You've completed the inner work. You've retained the faith. You said yes to the when dread implored you to remain secure. And now the is transforming into the finest reality you've ever experienced. The chosen one. Your life is going to become unrecognizable. Not because you altered who you are, but because the world is finally catching up with your inner radiance. You've been changing for a long, softly altering, becoming, and soon, what was once private will be made public. The rewards will be loud. The benefits will become obvious. The success will be evident. This is what occurs when alignment and time coincide. You're stepping into heavenly collisions. Moments that seem little on the surface yet result in tremendous breakthroughs. Conversations that change your whole course. Meetings that lead to incredible opportunities. Unexpected opportunities often lead to spectacular victories. That is what this season is built about. Miracles clothed in regular attire. But your spirit will understand. It'll identify the frequency. It will sense the confirmation before the manifestation appears. You have reached a domain where everything begins to work for you. I'm not against you, not around you. For you, the waits are over. The opposition has subsided. What formerly seemed like hard lifting now seems like guided flow. And that's how you'll know you're living your best life. Peace becomes your compass. Flow becomes your fuel. And pleasure becomes your innate condition.